Those days that you don't want to do anything, where you're too tired, too sore, you just don't feel like it, those days, those are the days that count. When you have those feelings, it's even more important to step up and get some. If you got something to do, don't put it off till tomorrow. Don't do that. Don't voluntarily do anything tomorrow that you should be getting done today. Get it done today. Don't wait. Attack it, destroy it, and move on.
Every single day when you wake up, you got two options. You can look at the clock and hit the snooze. You can look at that snooze button, boom. You can hit the snooze button and go back to bed and dream about what you want to have. Or you can look at that snooze button, kick that clock, and get up and go pursue your dreams.
Hey, what's up, guys? What I want to kind of talk to you about today is what is the go-to or what is the best coyote hunting rifle or platform that you can get into. And I honestly can't give you just a one specific rifle. Me personally, I can't. I don't have enough time with them. I don't have enough experience out in the field with them. But what I can tell you is I can tell you the rifles that I'm using. And the rifles that I'm using, this is my 22-250. And this thing is an absolute tank. It's pretty much a custom build. The only thing that is stock on this is the action. It's a Savage action. Otherwise, everything has been overhauled on this, from an outlier chassis to an upgraded trigger, an extended clip from the AICS. Got a Banish suppressor put on it. Some other little doodads like a manual bubble level. And then I'm running the RIX SR6. So I'm running their Storm series. And man, I really am impressed with this scope right now. So I really like this gun for coyote hunting. It has a really good BC on it. And with the extended barrel going to 26 inches, this is a Criterion barrel. I'm getting another outlier barrel that I'm gonna put on the 243. And I can tell you this for free. I think once I get that new barrel on the Savage Precision 243, I'm gonna be going from a 20 inch to a 24 inch. And I think I'm really gonna like that platform a lot better. I have nothing against shooting a 20 inch, anywhere from a 20 inch to a 24 inch. I've said that before. But I think I don't know, maybe I think I'm gonna stay within the 24 to 26 inch range when it comes to barrels. You're getting a little bit more velocity out. Yes, you're gonna have to get a chrono on it. But as of right now, the 22-250 is a beautiful gun that I love using. Hey Mike, if you're watching this, I got my clubs ready whenever you're ready, dude. That was directed towards Mike Huber. Get some of this stuff out of the way. Yeah, that was directed towards Mike Huber, but now this is the gun that I really love using. Now this is the Daniel Defense Delta 5 Pro, and it's in a 6mm. The thing I like about this is I can literally balance this. It's unlocked, so if I would tip it, it would start to move. But I've got the balance on this gun set up really well, and that's something I need to do moving forward with the 22-250. Oh, excuse me. Man, I'm telling you, bang for buck, you cannot beat these guns. And I'll say the Savage was probably my cheapest build, but man, that thing drives tacks. With the right load, I'm running the 87 grain Hornady Varmint Express in these, and it shoots really well. Shoots really well. So super stoked to get this back out in action. I would like to get another suppressor sleeve. If anyone knows anyone that has any good suppressor sleeves and can kind of do like a little customization, I'd love to do that, man. But The reason I like these guns is, well, you know, this is pretty much like a 243 platform. 243 is like known as the king of Coyote guns. Like it is the ass beater of Coyote guns for a lot of people. And I love my 243. Like I said, I think I want to like it a lot more once I get that extended barrel put on it, and that new barrel that's been hand lapped. It's not a stock barrel. The 243, the 6mm, and the 22-250. I think if you're getting into any of those platforms, and mine are all bolt guns. I don't have a gasser. I'm looking into having Specialized Dynamics, Mason, and those guys getting something kind of put together as a gasser. I would really like to try and do like a 22 Creed, but I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if, I mean, I'm sure it is, but that's kind of what I'm looking at or what I'm thinking about getting. And I would want to have it in like a 22-inch barrel, 24-inch barrel. Because I would also like to use it on like the farm here, on the ranch, kind of little homestead, and carry it in the buggy. And you know, these guns, when you start getting suppressors put on them, 26 inches, and you're putting them in, you know, I've got a Can-Am Commander, like the hybrid or whatever it is, and it gets a little touchy there. I could figure out a different way to stack it in. I know that, but for the most part, dude, I don't think you can go wrong with the 6mm 243, 22-250. I know a lot of guys, I know a lot of coyotes have been killed by a 223, like a 22 or 223 Wild. I know a lot of coyotes have been killed by those, but I think if you're going for immediate knockdown power, you know, even if you kind of have a, you know, you're off on your max point blank range, maybe say you're off a little bit and you just give a wounding shot, I honestly think these are going to do you a lot better than such a, let's say, a lower caliber. And I think you're going to get a little bit more ass out of these. So that is pretty much for the guns. You guys have seen the 2-3 lately, just hammering coyotes. And like I said, I can't complain, but if I had my druthers, I think I'm going to start going with the 22-250, especially since I got it into that Outlier chassis. That chassis is, dude, top notch. I love it. The one little minor complaint that I'd have is I wish the Arca rail went all the way back or farther back, and I think that would have mitigated some of the balancing issues without adding a little bit of extra weight plates or something to the front. So, and the reason, you know, I want it to be balanced is because the more that I'm balanced, the less that I have to manipulate that with any of my body or any of my movements, and the quicker I can get onto a target, move around, get a good shot. So those are the guns. Like I said, they are all real badass units. And let me see here. There we go. I feel better about that. Putting that there. Just to kind of transition over, I started pricking around with adding an external speaker to this, and this is kind of the setup I came up with. I believe that's a 3-inch. It's just a PVC pipe that I cut down, spray painted it black. I can slide my speaker in there. I added these Velcro strips, kind of keep it stable, especially if I was like packing it. Sorry, I need to make that a little tighter. But it does a pretty good job. I can keep that in. I've got this little small external, tied a knot here. That way, if anything tugs on either side, it should kind of offset or benefit the other one, you know, it not damage the other one. But one thing is I've got it just long enough I can plug it in, and then setting this up on a tripod, you have your tripod stand, you know, insert right there. I can still manipulate that. So say, like, you know, that's how it would be sitting, say something like that, and then I can turn this, manipulate that, kind of mess with how I want it. I don't think it's really going to matter as long as I have another sound going this way as a sound's going this way, or chopping it up, playing it in stereo mode. I will say that you have to put it in stereo mode every single time you go into the Fox Pro. Like, it doesn't just stay in stereo mode. And that's the same way if, like, when you're in the Fox Pro remote, and you want to say turn it from repeat or single or jukebox, like you have to do that at least I have. I don't know if there's a way that I can kind of just automatically set that in. I wish that was something different, or something that they will do different maybe in the future. Dude, everything is like, tell me how sweet, like, that's just, everything is just kind of falling into place. I'm super thankful. I've got to thank RIX. I've got to thank 365 Thermal. Thank you guys. I'm super stoked to be a part of the pro staff with 365, and then to be on the tester, to be on the tester program with RIX. Now, this is my Fanu tripod that I have been loving, but I have been noticing that, man, I don't feel as secure shooting. Like, I feel like I'm moving, and I don't feel like my heart rate's up, and I don't feel like my breathing's out of whack. But I'm hoping when I get my new tripod, I'm getting two vets QDT, and then getting their 55 millimeter ball head, like just the Arca plate, not the Arca Swiss. But I'm excited because my wife is going to be able to use that, or like just as a spare, to be honest with you. But now we're going to kind of segue over to, or transition over to, the trapping side of things. My buddy got some trapping equipment, had it shipped to my house. I'm going to help him get it all kind of built. So we're going to run through a bunch of cable stakes. We're going to run through putting name tags on traps, and you know, getting traps set up with new chain and this and that. So it's going to be an event, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be cool just to kind of hang out with Dylan too. Now, the other things I wanted to mention is, I don't know if you can tell, but this was that's the @1 Boyd's gun stocks. It's a great gun stock. It's for a Savage Axis, and it's going to be your short action, like one of your short actions. But everything on it works as should be. It's in pretty, mint condition, to be honest with you. I literally only used this for probably 4 months, and I decided I preferred like the pistol grip style, like the Outlier chassis, like the Delta 5. But then I also have this. This is also for a Savage short action, and I have had this for probably 2 years. There's some minor wear and tear on the butt, but I'm going to be donating these to Jason and the boys for their Midwest Coyote Pursuit tournament. So, I mean, they do a pretty damn good job. I'm excited to go out and do that tournament, man. To be honest with you, I'm really, really excited to go out and do that tournament, and to kind of hang out with the boys, to see what we can kind of produce, to see what we can do, and to see if we can be competitive. Because I'm a pretty competitive dude. I just think you keep working, something's definitely going to pan out eventually. And I appreciate all you guys, and love you guys. And if you could smash some of these sons of bitches, help me out, and share it with your friends, leave a comment. I appreciate it. I've said that like 400 times, but I do. And peace.